And we're live from the road. 405 southbound with Mary Lou and me, Justin Sandler. As the title says, we're en route to the hospital. We're going to the Santa Monica, I'm like talking like William Shatner. We're going to the Santa Monica UCLA hospital on Wilshire and 16th, where I will be finally checking in, getting my port installed, and beginning my chemotherapy today. And we're en route now. Right, Mary?
We are en route. Took us forever to leave. His room was actually ready at 8:30 this morning. But I think we were totally procrastinating with good reason, because it makes it real. As soon as we left the house, then we had to face it, which was hard.
Right. This is true. Personally, I was tired this morning, weren't you?
Yes, we were very tired. We didn't get much sleep last night at all.
Yeah. I actually woke up, I slept for a couple hours. I woke up in the middle of the night, and the reality of everything started to settle in. And that was interesting, because I've been very positive and very,
we're going to win!
Yeah, good to go up to this point, and that's all true stuff, but I never really reviewed and really embraced exactly what I'm about to go through, and to what extent and length of things I'm going to be kind of working through over these next several months. And so that reality came in, and to be honest with you guys, fear set in a bit too, and I started actually feeling lots of funny emotions.
Funny emotions? What kind of emotions were you feeling, Justin?
Well, fear.
Let's talk about it.
Scared, sad, concerned. Bottom line is, I actually finally faced the dark side, or the real side of what's going on, and I started playing that out in my head, and it was actually very challenging to go through that. And Mary then came in, and she was next to me and provided a very safe space, and then I proceeded to finally, for the first time since hearing about this, cry my eyes out like a little baby. And Mary
like a human.
Like a human man.
Yes.
Human man.
Like a human man who is allowed to have emotions.
Yeah.
Especially when, you have cancer and you gotta beat this thing.
Yeah. It all became real. Yeah. I am.
Mm-hmm.
So that was therapeutic in a sense, to really embrace the journey, knowing how things are going to be playing out to some extent, and to really emotionally release a little bit and let go. And that was good, but that did keep me up for a good part of the night. And this morning most definitely was hard to get things moving and grooving. But I think right now, I did the spiritual work. I became okay with everything. Then got my physical sort of world ready, and packed up all kinds of good stuff and food and all the things I need for my room. And
Christy Rose came over last night and made us all these organic juices.
So yeah, we're good to go.
So we're stocked up in all these
I think
awesome bottles of juice.
I think the last step was last night, where that was actually embracing the actual reality of it, and having that little cry session, and really getting to go into my emotions. That was really important. Mm-hmm. And now I feel like we're ready to go. Yet. Mary hasn't done that yet. Mary still needs to do that. Well,
I did make my appointment with my psychiatrist, and I had a little crying session with him, but it wasn't that much.
Okay. Well,
but I've talked to some people, and Monica even said that when she went through it, she didn't cry until the very end.
Interesting.
When he, when he was all well and everything and better, and the whole thing was done.
You do what's natural for you. You don't have to force it. Make it organic and express yourself, and it's all good. Mm-hmm. So we're on our way. We're almost there. We're heading down Wilshire Boulevard, and I'm just going to address one more little thing, and then we're going to say goodbye for now.
And we'll come back when he's in the room.
Yeah. This whole process I've maintained
if you can.
Of course we can. This whole process I've maintained very, very positive outlook on things. Also a large desire to pursue a more natural kind of treatments and things like that. And I've struggled with the pharmaceutical companies and the traditional Western medicine treatments, and really had to come to sort of a place of peace with all that. and I was given some great advice. And
yeah, a couple people.
Two people that both my cousin Jake and John Tierney, and two people that I actually consider mentors for different reasons. Both had the same message, and that was, if you're going to commit to the chemo, you have to embrace it with love, just like you've been embracing everything else with love. Because you need to give it just as much of that good energy and heart, so that it can do its job too. And I finally decided that they were absolutely right, and I needed to make peace with the fact that I'm combining Western medicine and alternative medicine and spiritual medicine, and that I'm equally grateful and embracing every of the medicines. And quite honestly, a lot of my rant from my earlier video about pharma and things like that, it definitely came from a place of frustration and anger as going through this whole thing. And bottom line, there is a lot of greed and money driven things out there, but not everyone who works in pharma, not everyone who works in the medical field is evil by any stretch. Actually, most of a percentage of people who work as in the medical field and who work as scientists and developing medicines, they're really trying genuinely to help cure illness and save human lives. And the corporate greed gets in the way sometimes, but at the end of the day, lots of amazing people who really want to help, and they're researching and working very hard for things like that. So I have really let go, and I embrace Western medicine, and I embrace the chemo just as much as I embrace the natural, just as much I embrace the love, the spirituality. It's all part of that same pile of just loving this thing to the end, and that's where I'm at. And I feel very at peace right now with that, and ready to go check into this hospital and get things started. So we are just a few blocks away. We're gonna get to admissions. I got on my own private room. We're gonna get a port put in, and then we're gonna get hooked up at some point today. I don't know how and when and why, but we will go live later on. We'll give you a tour of our fabulous room and show you exactly how things are progressing with day 1 of the 5-day hospital stay for chemotherapy treatment. All right, guys, thanks for continuing the positivity and the support and the love. I can't even begin to say how appreciative I am, but I am, and you guys are awesome. So we'll talk to you in a little bit.
Yes.
Love you. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.